Good evening, MMPS students and families. We want to welcome you back. We're going to have an active year of learning, peer-to-peer engagement, and relationship building. I am one of three presenters tonight. I would also like to take the time to introduce my colleagues. Carly Elliott, Executive Director of Civil Rights, Leah Dalrymple, Social Emotional Specialist for Middle School Tiers, and Mari Duhart, Instructional Designer for Learning Technology. Just as we do in our classrooms, we also have some norms for our time here. First, we respect and value your time. We'll end at 7 p.m. Because this is not just a sit and get, we want an opportunity where you can share your voice. Please use the chat feature to respond to questions that the presenters pose. I know it's labeled, ask your questions here. Please post your responses there. Please have a pen and paper near you if you don't, because you're on an opportunity to take notes of valuable information that we will share. Lastly, for our norms, please remember to use appropriate language. I want you to take a minute and reflect and think about what makes you feel good. So for our first question, please respond to the following. I feel good about blank because blank. Think about what makes you feel good. I'll give you a minute to respond in the chat. While you're thinking, you might say, I feel good because the sun is shining and I love summertime. I feel good because I ate my favorite pizza today. Think about what makes you feel good. Whatever you recognize that makes you feel good, we want to hold on to that positive energy and feeling as we embrace this virtual environment. So, in order to do that, we have a number of supports here for you at the district. I'll just highlight a few. You might enjoy some of the mindfulness minute videos to center yourself. Just as we did during the school year, you have an opportunity to participate in extracurricular activities. Also, there will be a positive adult identified at your school to give you one-on-one check-ins to make sure you're okay. Please take a moment and look at this list and think about what you will most likely participate in to make sure that you are okay. So virtual self-care, what is it? Self-care is all about being good for you, prioritizing you. So think about activities, actions that affect you to have a positive sense of self physically, emotionally, and in your spirit. Why is this important? Because we are a community. And because we are a community, we value everyone. We want to make sure that you have your best self present. Why is that important? Also, peer-to-peer accountability and support. You can't support your peers if you're not filling your own cup to make sure you're okay. What is it going to take? Focused attention. We have to establish routines and things that we do on our daily to make sure that we're present. So active engagement could look like making sure you get a good night's sleep. What are you doing to exercise your mind and your spirit? And different things you can utilize, such as journaling, walking outside, resting your mind so that you can still be present in the active learning environment. Now, I want you to take a minute and knowing that we're going to explore self-care in 3 areas. And what we're doing is you're going to outline your self-care plan. Please take a moment and use the chat feature to respond to the following. I will care for my mind by. There are a number of things you can do, such as meditating, listening to music, reading books. So let's hear your thoughts. I will care for my mind by, and I'm going to go to the chat and read some responses. So I see some examples. I will care for my mind by listening to music. I will care for my mind by walking outside. Next slide. So while we think about caring for our mind, we also have to care for our bodies. I will care for my body by. So take a minute in your notes and write, I will care for my body by. What will you do? Will you exercise? Will you go running? Will you walk around your neighborhood? Will you do yoga? We have a number of yoga videos on Schoology for you to utilize. What will you do to care for your body? Next slide. Lastly, what will you do to care for your spirit? You please use the chat feature to identify what are things that you will do to care for your spirit. Something to note, we are an SEL district, so caring for your spirit is important. So you might use the tools of self-reflection. You might call a buddy. You might use a number of things to make sure that your spirit is okay. And if you haven't already, if you don't want to put it in the chat, please write it on the notes on your, write a note on your paper. So what we just did is outline your self-care plan. Please recognize it takes the mind, body, and spirit to all be okay. So what will you do in these 3 areas? And we strongly encourage you over this weekend to think about tools that you will use to support your mind, body, and spirit. And that will be your self-care plan that you will activate next week. And now, I just want to thank you for taking your time to sit with me and listen to our presentation. And I'm going to pass it over to my colleague, Leah Dalrymple, who will talk about mindfulness.
Thanks, Melissa. I appreciate it. Mindfulness is one way to get our brains really excited, or well, really rested or have exercise, but to be focused. So the ABCs of mindfulness are having attention brought together or focusing on a specific thing with purpose. We also think about balance for our mind. Are we working and playing equally? And we also think about compassion, and do we care for ourselves and others? We really need to think about these things in order to have mindfulness for ourselves. We're going to practice doing mindfulness in just a moment. There's lots of different methods you can use. There's anchor breathing and square breathing, but today we're going to practice starfish breathing. It's super easy. All you need are your hands. Okay, so you're going to take your first hand and you'll use your pointer finger of the opposite hand. You will follow your hand with your eyes and trace your fingers, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, going down your finger. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. 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 I hope that gave you a moment of focus. Great job. I think that you guys are focused enough to hear about our virtual days, right? You guys are so lucky. We have awesome things planned for you next week. There's all kinds of SEL support. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday next week, we have a morning meeting to die for. Everyone's going to be there. All of your friends, I promise you, are going to be there. Be there or be square. I can't wait to see every single one of you at 9 o'clock Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday next week. At 10 o'clock, we also have mini lessons for all of you. We are offering a mindful moment, just like we kind of did, at 11:30 each day. In addition, on Wednesday, we have a virtual student need check at 12 o'clock. Please take the time to fill this out. We want to know how we can help you. How can we support you? What do you need? At 3 o'clock, we also have SEL, counseling, and social working office hours. So we're here to support you then as well. We have the same activities on Friday, but we have this really awesome class called Netiquette. It's all about having etiquette on the internet. You've got to check it out. It's helping us navigate this virtual learning space. So you'll have two types of learning. Basically, one will be synchronous, like this, back and forth, where you can see the teacher and you can respond to your friends, you can respond to others. And then you'll also have asynchronous, and this will be a time where maybe you have to read a document or watch a video and respond independently on your own. This is just a possible schedule of what a day could look like virtually. You'll notice that there are students in class every single day, either synchronously or asynchronously. We are here to support you. We got your back. You can call us for any problems with hardware or IT or passwords at 615-269-5956. And you can speak directly to somebody. Or if you prefer email, you can contact us at support.mnps.org. Make sure that we are even able to support you by updating your contact information. It's super important. Please go to the family portal today as soon as this is over. You can even do it on the web, or you can email at familyinfo@mnps.org to make sure all of your contact information is updated. You have all of these great resources already loaded on your laptop. You can access all of them by simply using your MNPS password and username. Classes on Teams will actually be sent to you by your teacher. Whew, that was a lot to take in. Let's take just a moment. I want everyone to step back, stand up, stretch up, and take a minute to stare up at the ceiling. When we come back, we're going to look at the screen and tell me what you see. In the chat box, take just a minute and tell me, what do you see first? What do you see in this picture? My eye goes to a bunny immediately. What does your eye go to? Seeing bunny, duck. Well, I just wanted to thank you all for your time and for sharing with us. I'm going to send you along to my dear friend Mari to tell you all about your laptops.
Okay, I am unmuted now, and I'm going to remain standing from Leah's exercise. Good evening, MNPS students and parents. As you already know, we will be learning and communicating together online at the start of this school year, which is right around the corner. And I'm talking to you today because your school has been passing out laptops to families. Your laptop will probably be one of the most important learning tools you will have, and we have to make sure we are taking great care of these devices, okay? I know that you all already know a lot of different things about technology, so I want to hear from you in the Q&A section of this live event. What can you tell me about digital citizenship or how we keep safe while we are online? I want to hear your response. Well, not here. I want to see your responses in the chat, the Q&A. What can you tell me about digital citizenship and how we can keep safe while we are online? Okay, I see a few that are coming in. And one of our top ones we have, don't share your password with friends. You can keep safe by making sure you don't get on bad websites, by keeping an eye on the kids while they are online. Don't give away any private information. These are all. Never share passwords. Only do stuff that you know is right. Yes, those are all good ways to stay safe while using our laptops. Also remember that you are responsible for activities on your laptop. So you do not want to download those TikTok videos and your favorite gaming sites to the MNPS laptop. I want you all to listen to me very closely because this is very important. We want you to be safe while you are online. So do not talk to strangers online. And if you or someone you know is being bullied online, please notify your teacher. Now remember, we want to care for these laptops the best way we can so that we can have them when we are able to return to school. So try and keep food and drinks away from your device. Now, I know that can be hard, but I want you to try your very best, okay? One other tip is if your laptop is freezing up and moving slower, always try to restart your computer. That always seems to work for me and help when I'm having problems with my devices. It's probably good practice to restart your computer at least once a week. Okay, so today we are going to bring closure to our session. So I want you to choose one of the 3 questions below to respond in the chat or our Q&A box, all right? So option 1, what is one thing you learned today that will help you be a successful virtual learner? Option 2, type in a word or a phrase that reflects how you will feel about moving forward with virtual school. And option 3, complete the following sentence. I am eager to learn more about. Choose one and type it in the Q&A box. And while we think about those responses of what we have learned today, and I see a few coming in already, we will have Carly Elliott read a few of your responses as they continue to roll in.
Well, everyone seems to be very excited to learn, which I'm happy to see. People are eager to learn more about computers. They're excited to see their friends. I see some people are excited for some specific subjects like history, English, science. Some people are feeling a little bit anxious, some people chill, some people good. So we're getting a variety of responses. I just want to say thank you so much for all of your participation today. I love seeing your responses. They get us excited, and we hope they get you all excited too. I especially loved your responses to how you'll take care of your mind, body, and spirit. I saw exercise, journaling, spending time with family, getting outdoors, eating healthy, all things that we love to see. We love to see you supporting yourself, and we really hope that you feel supported after this presentation. If you have questions, please go ahead and email them to familyinfo@mmps.org, and hopefully we can get those quickly answered for you. You can view this PowerPoint on the MMPS blog at the end of this presentation, and we hope that you'll join us for another learning opportunity next Thursday, August 6th at 6:15 p.m. It'll be student-led, and I think it'll be really awesome. So again, thank you so much for joining us, and that wraps things up for us. Bye-bye.